What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel, bringing y'all some more content. So today is a very good day. Today we're going to be installing some more parts on the motor. The game plan today is to drop the motor into the truck. So we got our work cut out for us today, but I got some new parts I want to show you guys. I talked about in the last video. If you didn't check that video out, go ahead and check out the last video. I posted last weekend pulling the bad motor out of the my 2014 Ram. So we got some parts from Beans Machine. We got some injectors we got to put in. We got some all sorts of stuff we got to put on this motor. The goal is to button up the engine here, and we're going to put it in the bed of the truck, take it over to the other truck, try to slap this thing in today, man. So make sure you drop a like, comment, all that good stuff, and stay tuned, and thanks for watching. One more thing I forgot to mention, you guys, CP3 for sale. This is the stock CP3 off the truck. Nothing's wrong with it. It works perfectly fine. Everything OEM, genuine Bosch. Has 160,000 miles on it, but it works perfectly fine. So if you're interested in that, let me know. I'll probably let it go for like 600 bucks. You guys can have it, and I'll ship it to you, shipping included. All right, so obviously you guys, if you've been keeping up with the build, you guys know that I assembled everything on the front side. It kind of sucks because I painted this front cover, sealed it up. You know, all this stuff has to come off. Just the pulley, the damper. And then I'll pop the cover off, clean up the mating surface. That trade-off for this, oh my foot. That trade-off for this trade-off is better. So this is the Beans Diesel billet front cover that is going to be going on. This thing is beautiful. Almost breaks my heart to know it's gonna be sitting in the motor. But you can see there it has the billet gear case cover for the CP3. They already installed the front main seal with the sleeve protector, installer, whatever you want to call it, is on there. This thing right here is a state of art. Now my favorite part of this is the backside. 100% O-ring, no RTV. Like, I feel like that should have been a thing like from the dawn of age on all these cases, on these front covers. But Beans got smart with it. They know what the business is. So shout out to Beans Diesel, you guys. I'm going to have their website down in the web link below if you're interested. Now they also have stainless steel hardware. So we got all stainless steel hardware, proper length. And then this is just the front main seal. This is a Molly kit for the front main seal. So there's a wear sleeve in there and something else. So they have other things too. So we got their valve cover that we're going to be putting on. That's not in yet because they're cutting them. Get that later. We'll make a video on that, installing that. Basically, you can get anything from Beans. I actually run their sump on my fuel tank. So obviously I got the air dog on the truck. I run a Beans diesel fuel sump. On the 3rd gen, I ran their billet valve cover. So they got some awesome stuff, man. So definitely check their website out. Give them a call, whatever. They'll take care of you, man, for sure. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna take this off, that off, get this off, clean it up. And we're going to get ready to install the new front cover. Let's do it. She's all put on. Looks really good. Definitely was worth having to take off the other sealed up timing case. I torqued it down. I torqued those bolts to the factory spec. Well, actually I did 20 foot-pounds. They call for 18, but 20 foot-pounds of red Loctite. Especially those bottom bolts down there. You want to get red Loctite on them because just the vibration from the engine naturally running, these bolts are super common for them to come loose, and then you'll have a front seal leak and all that stuff. So I torque them 20 foot-pounds, red Loctite. I think they'll be good. But this thing right here, though, tell me what y'all think. That's sharp. That is sharp. I'm about to pull off the installer tool. I had to flip it, but no biggie. And we in business. Alright, you guys, now that we got the front cover situation going, we're going to go ahead and move on. We're going to start throwing some injectors in, okay? So we come over here. This is my favorite part. Boom, baby. I got the banner in the back. This ain't no surprise. We got the Flux diesel injections. 100% overs. Okay? I'll show you guys it once I take it out the packaging. But we got all 6. And for those of y'all that don't know, Flux injection, this is pretty much they're up there. They're up there, man. This is not no rinky-dink company. These dudes know. Don and April over there are awesome, man. They know what they're doing. I've used their injectors before. I mean, you want to compare a brand, you're pretty much talking S&S. So for the Cummins guys, the Commonwealth Cummins dudes, we got S&S and you got Flux. Put it like this. If you place an order with these dudes, 6 to 8 weeks right now. Well, it was when I placed the order at the time. 6 to 8 weeks lead time. So let that do his talking for you. But these injectors are gonna rip. We got the flow sheet here. Brand new feed tubes. I have the feed tube hold downs. B-nuts soaking in some diesel just to clean them up a little bit. And then I'm gonna go over installing it. And then I'm gonna talk about like the torque sequence, because you do need to torque these in a specific sequence, or if not, you're gonna have some issues. So let's go ahead and get this started. Something I almost forgot to show you guys. I don't know what I was thinking, but I forgot to show you guys the fuel rail. So we got the fuel rail back from TNC Diesel Performance. Long story short, this thing looks sick. So this rail is their wild rail. So this is basically my rail. So this is my fuel rail, my rail pressure sensor, their pressure relief valve, upgraded 31K PSI bar, I don't know. This thing is going to help the truck out a lot with the fuel system. So if you go on TNC Performance, same company who builds the 10 mil pump I have on the truck. So what he does is he removes the fuel restrictors in the fuel rail. I didn't know that, but these common rails come with fuel restrictors, yada yada. It's like a $200 mod, and he polishes it. He removes the restrictors, he cleans it out, and he upgrades your relief valve to 31K. So this is not a fuel plug. This is a genuine, legit relief valve. So I think this is an awesome deal. Awesome guy. I talked to Todd. I dealt with Todd over there. Super cool guy. Very knowledgeable. So we will be installing this, but because we're doing injectors first, we can't put this in yet. But it's all going to be together here shortly. So definitely wanted to show you guys this because I'm freaking, god damn, man. I'm so excited. It's like a flute. Look at this thing. All right, let's get started. All right, you guys, so I got y'all set up, and what we're looking at right now is this is the front side of the engine. So this would be your #1 injector right here. Obviously, you can't install these if your Valvetrain's installed, so you want to make sure you undo that stuff. We have the new injector here. So again, these are Flux 100% over injectors. These things are going to be absolute killers. I can't wait. In a good way, not a bad way. We already killed it in a bad way once. If you're curious, these injectors were my original Bosch injectors, you know, the ones that come from factory. I took them out, sent them off to them. They rebuilt them. These things are clean as hell. So we're going to go ahead and get this started. So first, I'm going to show you how to do it on #1, and then we're going to go and bust out the rest of them. The importance of installing your injector and properly is a big deal, you guys, because what you don't want is, and I'll give you guys an example, right? So this is that hole right there. That is where your injector feed tube installs. So you have, the way it works is you have a feed tube and you have your injector. Your feed tube will meet at the injector tip. I'm trying to get you guys to see a good angle, but it'll meet there, right? What you don't want happening is you don't want it to where it's not creating a perfect crush seal, okay? So first things first, you always want to make sure you use brand new feed tubes if you are installing new injectors, right? Because these tips, these are crush tips, right? So what's going to happen It doesn't want to focus. They're crush tips, so what's going to happen is these are going to form to this specific injector. It's going to form to the way you install it, right? If you are removing and reinstalling the exact same injectors, you probably can get away with it, but it's very good practice to to change your feed tubes. I mean, feed tubes are cheap. You can get them for like 60 bucks on Amazon, eBay. So first thing I'm gonna do is I got some little petroleum jelly. You can use engine oil too, it's preference. I already have jelly, so some pet. Get a little pet on there. Get that O-ring nice and looby. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. We'll set that to the side, and then we're gonna come over here and we're gonna install the injector. So two things important. One, take your cap off. Number two, this copper washer. It needs to be on, okay? From my experiences with these common rail injectors, they don't really have an issue with the copper washer falling off. But if you have a loose copper washer, just get you some oil, put it underneath, and it'll kind of keep it there sticking. You need this on there because that's what's going to create the seal down at the bottom, okay? And number two is make sure there's not already one down there. If you're taking it out, you need to look down in your cup and make sure you don't have it, because if you double stack this, you're going to have a problem. So putting it in, super simple. I already put some pet on this O-ring here. You want to make sure you get some on there. If you can't, then just put your finger in there and coat it with some oil. This hole, the injector hole, go ahead and install that facing towards the passenger side of the motor where the feed is going to meet at. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. I already looked down in my injector bore. She was good. And then all you're going to do is you're just going to push it down in. You're going to hear it. There you go. Hopefully you guys heard that. Alright. Oh man, I forgot to install the... I might be able to get away with it. Oh, actually, alright. No, we're good. We're good. After that, I'm going to go ahead. You have your injector hold down, okay? You can only install this one way because there's a notch right there. So you're going to go ahead, put it there. Like that. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and thread these down by hand, okay? Definitely should have a... There we go. Now she's in there. It should be nice and flush sitting against the injector. So we'll go ahead and install that. I'm just running these down, save a little time. Alright. And then now... Alright, so once you got your injector down, the holders, I just ran them down finger tight. I like to come over here, install the injector. You want to have that button pointing up on the feed tube. Install the feed tube. Sorry. Alright, it's there. And then what I'll do is you just push it in. You'll hear a snap once it's in. Okay. Now, if you want to know if you have good engagement, your injector, just grab it and twist it, wiggle it a little bit. You won't be able to see it on camera, but trust me, it's a thing, right? And what's going to happen is you're going to notice the feed tube wiggles with it. That right there is an immediate sign to let you know that you have good like feed tube to injector engagement. Okay, so I'm snug this down, and then alright, so I'll do that. Go ahead, grab your B nut, put it on. Alright, run that down all the way. Alright, now this is the part that's probably the most important, or at least to me it is, right? So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to tighten these injector bolts to 44 inch-pounds. I already got my torque wrench set up. And when you torque these injectors, you kind of, or the hold downs, you kind of got to go back and forth, but gotta go real slow too, because 44 inch-pounds is nothing. You'll breeze right past it. Yeah, go back. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. Okay. So you torque it to 44 inch-pounds, and then you're gonna loosen the hold down bolts. So you torque it to 44 and then you break it loose. What this does is this seats the injector to the proper depth, right? Now you just crack them loose. Do that. And then we're going to go to the B nut over here. And we're going to torque it. And we're going to torque this injector B nut to 44 foot-pounds. I mean, sorry, we're going to torque it to 11 foot-pounds. It's kind of a process, but you got to trust the process. Okay. After that, we're going to go back to the top, torque it to 89 inch-pounds. Go ahead and torque this to 89. Go back and forth. Okay. Boom. And then we'll come back up here to the B nut, torque it to 44 foot-pounds, and then that's it. The injector is installed. And then from there, we go to number 2. That's how you properly install and torque a injector down. So now I'm going to do that to the other 5. Once those are fully installed, we're going to install the Valvetrain. Alright, now you guys, so camera decided to die. I had to let it charge up, even though I had a full battery, whatever. But as you can see, we went ahead and I kept pushing on the motor, got everything dressed up, put this back on, torque that, put this on, torque that, valve cover torqued. Valvetrain is on, valve lash is not set yet, although I'm gonna do it. I'm just saying, if I wanted to be lazy, I probably could get away with not doing it just because I did valve lash right before I took this motor apart. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Don't freak out. Got fuel lines on. I don't remember if this was on in the video earlier, but I put that on too. What else? Got some fuel lines installed. Everything's all tightened down. All the banjo fittings have new O-ring washers. Camera's being stupid. Has new O-ring washers. Banjo fitting. Connected this. I mean, this is a fuel line that runs from the frame. Let's see, fuel rail is installed. It looks really good. Again, you guys check them out, man. If you guys are looking into, they don't do injectors, but they do pumps. Actually, I think they do injectors. They do pumps, rails, pretty much anything for fuel setup. They also have a bunch of fit-ins. If you want to get a higher pressure relief valve, they do sell that. So they have it all, man. Todd is awesome over there. Very good to talk to. Super knowledgeable. Gave me some good tips and stuff when it came to tightening down the fuel lines to ensure I guess they don't leak. But yeah, we're pretty much getting to the point where, well, now I'm going to rotate the motor and we're going to do valve lash. I have videos on the channel doing valve lash already, you guys, so You're not going to be missing anything out, but I'm going to knock out the valve lash on this while it's out of the truck because it's super simple to get to the rear cylinders. Take the turbo off. I'm going to leave the manifold on, but take off the turbo just for like weight purposes and when it's time to install. And I got to just do a little once over the motor to see if there's anything else I can install in the engine before I'm ready to put it in the back of a truck and drive it over to the other truck. Man, this build is coming out so nice, man. I can't wait to fire this thing up. For the first time in a year and a half, my little bench is cleared. All the parts that was up here for the last year and a half, it's on that motor now. That front cover, man. That front cover, no, it looks good. Almost breaks my heart seeing that ugly stock damper on it, but I know it's gonna work fine, so I ain't tripping. Fluid damper, $600, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Let's see. Maybe on the other side, I have stuff I can do. Actually, I really don't think so, man. Like, we're at that part now. Yeah. I mean, I can't put the oil filter on because this is in the way. So once I take off, I'll put the oil filter on down the road. But yeah, man. Shoot. Got to reinstall this bad boy for the lift. Got to put that back on. That is a good investment, you guys. If you guys whatchamacallit, if you need to pull a motor, $80, that is money for these 6.7s, for these inline Cummins. So the thing is that I got the brackets over here for the head, and I'm contemplating if I even want to put these brackets on. I mean, I might, I don't know, but I don't need to, because I have a way to pick up the this entire engine. That piece is made to pick up either just your head, or it's designed to pull the whole motor. So give me y'all a little update. Got all the Valvetrain in, torque down, torque to spec. Got the nipples facing towards the passenger side of the motor, just like it should be. And if anybody's curious, yes, I kept my Valvetrain in the same order from before, because obviously this is not new. This is used, or these are used, like broken in. So I didn't want to switch anything up, right? So I kept them like this is the number 1 from original, 2, 3, so on and so forth. So everything is, man, this thing is awesome. All right, let's do some valve lash. All right, we got her off the stand. She was officially off the stand for the first time in a very long time, and she's now on the sling. I'm gonna go pick up my buddy's truck and attempt to load this in the bed of the truck. Wish me luck, because you don't know how this is gonna go. Gonna have to get a mattress or something, put back there. So wish me luck. All right, you guys. So I was gonna load the motor up on the truck, take it to the hobby shop so I can attempt to drop it in the truck / at least get it there. I lost track of time. Long story short, the hobby shop closed at 4:30. I didn't know that. I thought they closed at 6. Whatever. Long story short, but the motor is done, man. This motor is fully assembled, and by that I mean it's basically ready to drop in, connect some shit, and start her up. So if you come in, we got everything done. The motor's still the same. Obviously, I got the motor on the cherry picker right now. I took it off the stand. That was fun, doing it with the Harbor Freight one. Everything's done, man. This thing is decked out. She's ready to make some power for sure. So tomorrow, I'm going to attempt to drop it off and at least try to install it into the truck. That way, it's not sitting on a crane anymore. But once we do that, then I'll take it from there and, you know, do what we do best, man. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the content. In this video, we did a bunch of weird stuff on it, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you drop a comment. I want to hear what you guys got to think. Do me a favor, drop a comment, because I do plan on taking this truck to the dyno once it's fully broken in and everything's set in place. Drop a comment down below right now what you think this motor alone would make on the dyno, okay? So just quick wave tops, 10mm CP3, 100% over Flux injectors, Hamilton 178-208 cam, studded bottom, studded top, a ported fuel rail to say, if you want to call it that. And we got some good tuning. So drop a comment down below and tell me what you think this motor is going to make. Don't forget, the truck does have a built transmission as a RevMax. We just call it RevMax 700, but it's kind of like a RevMax 750, 800. It's not an 850 though. So we're covered there. So drop a comment down below. I want to hear what you guys got to say. Until next time, thank you for joining and take care, and I'll see you guys later.